say, well, better than I see. Well, it's in the fight, and yeah, this world seems pretty cool. So for all the murder and destruction. Oh, my Jollof has a category. Nice. That makes me feel a lot better about playing it. Not that I think it's against TOS, because it's definitely TOS safe. Wait, where'd my water go? Alright. Good to be back. Welcome back, and thanks for staying. I was like, did I have amnesia about what happened during break? I was like, I meant for that to be a 30-minute break. I had a cookie. I didn't have, like, a meal. But then I just needed to, like, veg out for a little bit, you know? Anyway. Let's play a game. Meow. Vegify. Did you know Blaze Blue also has a trans character? I think so? I think it was Blaze Blue that we were looking up one day when it came up. Who are they? And what do they do? It's super cool that Blaze Blue has a trans character. I'm assuming Blaze Blue had a trans character before Guilty Gear. Although, technically speaking, the person who created Bridget had wanted her to be trans sooner, actually, but didn't think it would be taken well. Her name is Mai. She has a giant lance. Okay, yes, I have heard of her. Meow. That's super cool. I think there was something about the lore that makes people try to consider her cis or something. There's always stuff like that. Actually, even with Bridget's lore, some people were like, oh, well, Bridget is cis because Bridget was assigned female at birth. And it's like, I see what you did there, but I feel like you're lacking a little bit of nuance. She was turned to a girl, but she was like, wow, I actually like this, keeping it. Oh, so it's like the like anime gender bender stories where at the end of the story it's like, here's the ability to turn back, and they're like, I'm cool. Cool, just like this. Very good vibe. Let's rock our Jills off. God, please don't be too loud. Greedy slut! You have to earn that! Okay, I can stand to turn this down. Then Daisuke, the writer of GG, even said in a statement, "This was always Bridget's storyline." Yeah, yeah. Controller not registering. Maybe that'll help. That did not help. I guess I'll do it mouse and keyboard. I don't feel like trying to make it work. You have a really tall jump height, but if you press the jump button at any point after you jump, you'll stop the jump. I'm a greedy slut. Yes, yes, I am. I'm a greedy slut. Something else that rhymes. This game likes its pixels to be perfect. Ah. Much easier on controller. It's that little bitty nudge. I am actually trying to stand right next to the fire because you can do that. Much death. Ah! I died right before I finished that part. Whew, okay. You can probably use the program Joy to key to map controls. That sounds like something I'll have to install and have to have brains, what was it called? Brain cells? Something I'll have to have brain cells for. I don't really want to map the keys with another program. Thanks for the suggestion, though. Shit. Poo. Piss. When you die before you even get to the part that you're actually stuck at. I've had to use Joy to Key for many Mega Man fan games. My friend was streaming that today. I love how this takes from old platformers. If you touch the thing, you die. Oh yeah, there's no health. This game has no health. You touch fire, you die. Wow. I swear that slow fall is so good. If I can just make it to the green part. Whoa. Oh, I can keep pressing it. I forgot about that. Okay, I made it to the checkpoint. Good. Makes me want to relearn a retro speed run. What game in particular? Alright, made it to the next checkpoint. Yeah! According to the quick search I did, Jill is actually a playable character in Super Meat Boy. Whoa, really? Cool. Wait, I had assumed Jill was the Dom, not the sub. Ah. Honestly, the fire part is kind of the hardest part. Although there is like a secret level too. But you have to, like, I think beat the game in like 10 minutes or something? Oh, no, under 7, I think. Oh, that slowdown. According to Wikipedia, the sub is Jill. Gotcha. Oh, no. Ah! Stupid spiders. Made me look bad. 7 minutes in hell. I mean, it could be worse. I mean, it's gonna get worse before I finish, but... A lot less agonizing than some games will be. That's for sure. Fuck this fire, though. Bubble, 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 bubble. Bubble, 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 butt. Hubble, tubble, 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 telescope. Live. That is a really nice checkpoint. I love the karate pose. I'm so silly. Just fall like a normal fucking cat. Oh, well if the sub is Jill, then that means Jill is trans. I always thought that the Dom was trans. Yay. Trans characters for the win. You probably didn't know this, but trans girls are actually very tenacious. They don't even need to pick a destiny. It's why Celeste is hard sometimes, because of having to be so precise. Yeah, the term precision platformer is, well earned. Ow. I was like, you really gonna show me falling all the way down? Really gonna do me like that? Oof. Then down I go. This game looks so forgiving and good design. Like, it looks like it could be something I could do with my autistic dexterity struggles. Oh, definitely. It's definitely not input heavy. Honestly, the only struggle I'm having with dexterity is for doing this, like the floaties. Because I have to press the button multiple times. I'm using different hand muscles than I would if I was using a controller. If this game was any longer, I might have tried to figure out how to make my controller work, but it was fine. I'm just an autistic baby who needs extra forgiveness. You can always play Celeste on easy mode if you're having trouble with that game. Not every precision platformer has an easy mode, but many of them do. Or I should say a number of them do. I can't say many, because I don't know for sure. Wow. Pixels be like that. Ah! Oh, thank you for starting me here. Yes. Yeah, I would say this game is very forgiving. Ah. Shucks. This game is so Valentine's Day, you know? Don't you love it when your Dami throws you down a dungeon for your own sadistic pleasure and hers? Mother fudge cake! I love how I died on the place I was trying to get to. Ah! Shit. Wow! Yeah, that'd be really nice with these checkpoints. Oh, I think I get it. Okay. Got to the next one. Oh my god, that's a big thing. Your safe word is escape. Repeat it if you really. Oh my god, that's so cute. This thing is able to play my own favorite Mascus game, NetHack. Oh. Whoa. That's a big fetish. I got past like the most infamous screen on the entire level. It's not the last screen, it's the one where you have to wave dash and then corner jump into a moving platform. It was so hard. I want to like go through the levels that feel challenging, not requiring as much precise movements. I want less complex requirements to beat the level, but still letting me flex advanced text. Ah, are you still talking about Celeste? I was like, I don't think NetHack has wave dashing, but I can't be sure. Yes. That doesn't answer my question. Oh, talking about Celeste. I was like, that could apply to both. I'm really surprised this game doesn't have any, like, blocks that disintegrate or something. Oh! Damn! Almost got it done perfectly, too. I was trying to be cool and not hit the button that many times. I made it, and that's the coolest thing of all. Come at me! Oh, I made it. Okay, I'm almost out of this part. Yes! Time for my daily wall of spikes. I'm scared. Whew. Why aren't they active? Oh. Ah. Wow. I got a little too excited. Shit. It's funny I keep dying to obstacles that haven't even turned into spiders yet. Bet you thought I was gonna run into that and die. Shit. Oh! They even let me be right here! This is such a forgiving Dom! This is the nicest Dom, I swear. Ah! Dead. It's hurting my heart, feeling too much. It drains my spoon's energy. Oh, I see. Feeling complete and at peace in my heart from feeling complete gave me strength and hope. Feeling incomplete and nothing. Wait. Okay, here we go. Speaking into the void. Gosh, really hate how exhausted I feel emotionally sometimes because I have a definite hole in my heart and soul. Because I know there's a missing gap there from not feeling fully in sync with my body and soul together, because I felt good last night and felt complete, and not feeling a draining hole in my heart emotionally. The hole drains a lot of spoons when I feel strong emotions because it siphons the emotions and makes it painful for my heart and body. It's like it's hurting my heart by feeling too much and drains my spoon's energy. Feeling complete and at peace in my heart from feeling complete gave me strength and hope. Feeling incomplete and feeling that hole makes it hurt a lot. It feels like a black hole that is causing my heart pain. Thank you for speaking into the void. It was kind of poetic what you said. I have to admit, it's a little harder to follow than usual, but the kinds of things you're talking about aren't necessarily clear-cut. But feeling discrepancies in parts of yourself is something we can definitely relate to, that's for sure. I guess it also stems from how you... If you're saying your heart and your soul are the same thing, or if you're saying there's two uniquely different things that are in conflict. So I guess it's like, kind of like, oh, like how are you defining those things is like coloring my interpretation of what you said. Didn't expect to die like that. Definitely did not expect to die like that. Like that, yes. This is the toughest challenge yet. I mean, obviously, shorter Speaking to the Void would be more manageable, but, like, sometimes you have to get a complete thought out. Shit. Oh. It wasn't until I was, like, had all the spiders activated that I realized it's not a timer based on seconds, it's a timer based on how many times I've jumped. After this part, it's like, I think this is like the last major obstacle, getting past the room with the jump timer. I'm getting a weird desire to play Grab by the Ghoulies for some reason. Jump, scrolls down, chat. Jump, scrolls down, chat. Jump, scrolls down, chat. Jump, scrolls down, chat. There we go. And there's the final corridor. I don't think this took too long, did it? 20-30 minutes at most? Of course, this game is designed to be replayed a lot. I did it, my queen! So you did. Now get down there and do it again. Your time. 28 minutes and 4 seconds. Yeah, 20-30 minutes. It didn't tell me how many times I died, though. There's been dozens of impossibly high punishing games. They're not very interesting. Hell, there's more commercial games which are far more punishing than what Mighty Jill-Off asks you to overcome. But the point isn't about just that game players are masochists. It's that games designers are sadists. In the sense of a master-slave relationship. In that, it's a question of trying to punish your slave in the way which makes it a relationship. True sadism would just involve offing a little shit. The point is to make them suffer in a way which they can endure, and by tickling those desires. Kieran Gillen, Rock Paper Shotgun. Mighty Jill-Off is an indie platform game from 2008, inspired by Mighty Bomb Jack. It follows a submissive masochist Jill as she attempts to pleasure her queen. Lesbians! Kink! A meditation on the appeal of retro-style difficulty. That's this game. Also available, Jill-Off with one hand. An endless one-button riff on Jill's verb set. They're made in some 10-year-old version of Game Maker, and I make no promises of their compatibility with current platforms. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this developer so far. This is not the only game we play from them, but it's the most typical. She also makes a lot of what do you call it? Tabletop games. She makes a ton of fucking tabletop games. Let's see. I think there was one other game I'm interested from her in showing y'all. Maybe. I wouldn't necessarily play it immediately. Interactive fiction. Bad jokes. Magic the Gathering name generator. Queers in Love at the End of the World. I think we already played a game that's like that. Can't have too many though. Huh, I can't find the... Maybe it wasn't by her, but I just found it through her? Let's see, because these games tend to have... Maybe I'll just go to my library and see if it comes up. Because I'm trying to remember what the game was. Ah, this was it. Perseids or This Will Go On Forever. Content information. This game contains mind swearing, occasional light drug use. While this game is in second person, it will refer to you via the name you choose. The narrative will assume you're a trans woman. It's a twine game. And how much time does it usually take? About half an hour. About half an hour. Seems kind of good. Oh, hydrate. And stretchies. Okay, thank you. Good evening, Erilyn. Ugh. Are you keeping dry? Ugh. Stretching. Ugh. There we go. Ah, shucks. Okay. I don't think this next game I'm about to play has a category, but it might. Funny that I'm already going off actually, I guess I went off itinerary earlier before I even took my break, since I did that whole tier list thing. That ended up being like beautiful. Persei? Perseids, or All This Will Go On Forever. Very cool. I can tell this developer has a like, or I can tell. I feel like there's a decent amount of confidence in this developer, because even with the small games that she creates, she's still like registers to have her small games have visibility on Twitch by having a category, and I really appreciate that. Sometimes I get really sad when I don't find a category off of it for an indie game on Twitch, because a lot of times what it says to us is that they didn't feel that their game was important enough to have a category. Although sometimes maybe it's just kind of hard to like navigate until we actually release a game and try to get it categorized on Twitch. We won't technically know how hard it is, but I guess we can ask a friend. Good crinkly stretchies. I'm really glad you stretched, because it sounded like you needed it. Wow. Was it really that crinkly? The ones we're wearing aren't even that crinkly. And plushies and blankies are helping my heart feel safe. Wow. Gosh, now I'm having Undertale thoughts. We've been looking at a lot of Undertale stuff lately. Well, in the last couple days. So you'll basically just be hearing me read. I don't think this game has like sound normally. So I'm gonna find something to play. How does this sound? Okay. You don't have to apologize for, like, the framing you use to talk about yourself and your own experiences. It's not like I'm, hurt by it. It was just kind of hard to understand, that's all. And I strive to understand others, so. Meh. When you see a... I guess it's not a tilde. When you see a squiggle, you can press the spacebar to advance. Choices are labeled Z, X, and C. Spacebar will pick the first choice if you press that by accident. Press enter after filling in a text box to advance. Z, X, and C are all next to each other, thank goodness. Student radio stations. And that song was Broken Sunglasses, and you're listening to TMF M 91.4. Live from a basement in... The radio crackles and you lose signal. The presenter's voice drowned out by static. Rosie whines and prods the radio, trying to seek back into a stronger frequency. As she leans across, you stare at the back of her head, her hair curled and draped around her shoulders. The urge to reach out and feel it between your fingers comes across you. Reach out. You shift in your seat and lean forward, gently running your fingers through the end of Rosie's hair. She twitches and glances back at you. Sorry, you lie. There was a bug. Rosie doesn't look convinced and raises a sleepy eyebrow. Sure, cutie, a bug. She rolls her eyes as you blush and turns back to the radio. Staring out the window, you see the countryside whizzing past. Everything looks fresh and green out here. It's a far cry from the city the four of you live in. But that's why you're coming here, of course. It's nothing like the city. It's open, empty, quiet, and free of light pollution. Few street lamps, houses, businesses. Tomorrow you'll reach the dark sky park and set up and watch the meteorites shoot through the heavens. That's tomorrow, though. It's already been a long day today. In the driver's seat, Caroline rocks her head side to side, trying to click her neck. She shrugs her shoulders a few times. From behind you, her jaw clenches as she tries to bite off a yawn. I'll take a break soon, she says quietly after a moment. The radio crackles back to life and Rosie lets out a cheer. An unknown song plays, a guitar and bass playing a fast melody in unison. Rosie leans back in her seat and drums along, tapping her hands on her thighs. The four of you speed along the quiet road, music loud as the sun gradually makes its way lower in the sky. Long summer evenings. The car rumbles as you pull into the service station. When Caroline cuts the engine, the world becomes very quiet all of a sudden, and you realize how loud the car has been for the past few hours. All four of you stay in the car for a few seconds, sharing the silence. Caroline breaks the moment and leans on the door to open it with a groan. All of you climb out and stretch. Ellie looks around at your surroundings. The service station is set just off the road next to the small patch of leaves. Rosie sways a little as she stands and closes the door harder than intended. The clunk it makes echoes across the car park. It's all quiet, Ellie says. Caroline stretches her arms and looks around as well. Not surprised. Roads have been quiet too. Rosie looks at the two of them, then glances at you, looking amused. This is quaint and all, but I gotta piss. You do as well. Rosie and you cross the car park to the service station. As you reach the door, a lorry pulls up by the pump. Out the corner of your eye, you spot him lean out the window and leer at the two of you. Ew. You roll your eyes and stick a little closer to Rosie. You are struck by a sudden thought that in the past 30 seconds, you too have let your eyes stray at Rosie and her particularly short shorts. But that's different. You enter the building and make your way around the racks of overpriced crisps and chocolate to the toilets. That's just two. There's just two. A men's and a woman's cubicle. Rosie stops at the door and looks back at you. I can wait, you say. Rosie frowns, then looks over your shoulder. You turn back to see the lorry driver walking across the forecourt. I ain't leaving you out here, Rosie says. She grabs you by the hand and pulls you into the cubicle with her. You politely look away whilst Rosie sits on the loo. She hums while she pees. When she's done, she shimmies her shorts up and carefully maneuvers around to let you sit down. It's pretty cramped with just the two of you. Rosie tests to see if she can sit on the sink, but it creaks and she thinks better of it. As you sit down, she pulls out a plastic baggie from her pocket and some rolling papers. She hesitates, then stuffs them back into her pocket and washes her hands first. Good girl. You don't blame her. It's kind of naughty in here. It's kind of grotty in here. You're trying not to think too much about the condition of the toilet seat as you perch on it. When you're done, you go to flush, but Rosie stops you. Wait till I'm done rolling, she says, tapping some crumbs of weed into the paper. You comply and close the toilet lid to sit down. Rosie finishes the joint and tucks it behind her ear. You look up expectantly, and she looks back with a funny expression. She bites her lip for a second. Hey, do you want to make out for a bit? I know what my gay-ass viewers want. You stand up, but Rosie sticks a palm out and pushes you to sit back down. She climbs onto your lap and holds onto your shoulders for balance. You run a hand up her neck and thread your fingers through her hair again. Rosie kisses you, and she tastes like Coca-Cola and chewing gum. You place a hand on her side, and she breathes in sharply, wiggling on top of you. As you slip your hand under her top, Rosie breaks the kiss to giggle involuntarily at your fingers tracing across her stomach. She bites your lower lip and starts to fumble with your shirt. Are you nearly done in there? Rosie lets out a snort of laughter and draws back. Just a sec, she yells at the door and rolls her eyes and gives you a final peck on the lips before climbing off. You stand up, dizzy from excitement and the sudden interruption. You flush and the two of you check your appearance in the mirror before leaving. The lady outside the bathroom does a double take as you leave the bathroom together. Damn, they all gay out here. The lady outside the bathroom does a double take as you exit the bathroom together. Rosie gives her a wink before leading you away by the hand. Oh gosh, I think I have to change the music now. That was a good introduction though. The sound of gravel underfoot. The car park gravel crunches underfoot as you return to the car. Ellie has hopped up into the bonnet to perch, swinging her legs off the car. Caroline is facing her, talking, and turns her head to look as you approach. Take your time, she says. Ellie glances between the two of you with a smirk but says nothing. By way of reply, Rosie retrieves a joint from behind her ear. You're not smoking that in my car. Duh, I was gonna go to the woods over there. Rosie gestures to the patch of trees that sits next to the car park. It looks inviting, if a little visible from the road. Guess as our designated driver, you'll pass, Rosie says. She glances between you and Ellie. Girls? Sounds good to you? I'll pass, Ellie says. It makes me car carsick. Rosie shrugs and beckons you to follow her with a nod of your head. The two of you walk across the gravel to the trees. Once you get a couple of meters in, and as inconspicuous as you'll manage to be in a small copse of trees at a service station, Rosie sparks up and takes the first few tokes. A light gust of wind moves through the leaves all around you, and you hear gentle rustling beneath distant bird calls and the occasional lonely car passing on the otherwise quiet road. Here you go, Rosie says through a hale breath, and passes the joint over to you. You take it from her, and she blows out smoke with a suppressed cough. You watch as she scuffs her foot on the floor, nudging a fallen branch with her boots. As you breathe in, you wince a little. Rosie always rolls her joints with more tobacco than you do, and it feels harsher. She frowns questioningly at your expression, but you wave her away whilst holding the smoke in. Rosie shrugs and continues to fidget. She turns her attention from the ground to the treetops, staring up through the branches. You breathe out. The sound of your breath mixes with the sound of the wind, and all of a sudden you feel very present in the moment, hyper aware of everything happening to you. You turn your head to glance back at the car, obscured by trees. It looks like Caroline and Ellie are talking. Ellie sits still on the bonnet. Hey, says Rosie. You turn your head back to look at her, and she raises her skinny arm to point upwards. What are you gonna wish for? She grins a disarming grin, obfuscating any trace of sincerity through her dumb stoner smile. You've learned that when Rosie asks a question like that, it's a coin toss whether she's descended into deep high thoughts, or if it's just gonna be as a serious question as the time she asked about lions fighting the sun. You consider your answer. I wish for the world to be kind. You gesture around you. I wish that we can grow older in good company, like these trees, sheltering each other from the world outside. You take in another lungful of smoke and hold it in whilst thinking of your next wish. Rosie lets out an embarrassed laugh. Oh, shit. I was just gonna say something like, I wish we had some fucking snacks. I gotta think of something better now. You laugh and it turns into a coughing fit. Rosie takes the joint back for safekeeping as you regain your composure. After a few minutes, the two of you finish the joint and start to walk back towards the car park. You both decide you should definitely check out the snacks available at the service station first. As you walk to the out of the patch of trees, you find you kind of defocus. You kind of defocus, thinking. Rosie's question about wishes echoes in your head. Answers you could have given float in your thought. Serious answers. The high slowly making everything fuzzier and yet giving every thought undue gravity. What do you really wish for? A plaid skirt knotted slightly above the navel. As you return to the car, Caroline taps her feet impatiently. You'll wave cheerfully, but your hands are full of snacks. Rosie is using her shirt as a pouch to hold food in, holding it up and exposing her stomach. Caroline takes one look at your haul and snorts. Bought the shop out, did you? Got a bit hungry, Rosie says, restraining a giggle. She nods at Ellie imploringly. She helps Rosie unload, varying crisps, chocolate, cookies, and Diet Coke from her upturned shirt into the back of the car. You know you're a stereotype sometimes, don't you? Yay, I got my favorite, Ellie says as everyone ignores Caroline. Ellie holds up the toffee crisp with glee, and Rosie winks back at her. Caroline rolls her eyes and glances at you. Sometimes she treats you as the next most adult of your foursome. But currently, you're trying to restrain a smile, and fail to. You feel your cheeks pull upwards as you grin back at her. She sighs and gets into the driver's seat. Relieved of your purchases, Rosie brushes her hands off of her thighs. Her hands off with her thighs, then knots her shirt up above her belly button. Her stomach looks cute, in a kind of scrawny, stoner, non-abdomen way where you see the muscles only because she has nothing else over them. Ellie serendipitously prods it from the side and Rosie lets out a squeak. Caroline sticks her head out the window. You three can flirt in the car! Ellie sticks her tongue out when Caroline's not looking, glancing back at Rosie for validation. Rosie ruffles her hair in response. Still, the three of you do what Caroline says. Shotgun, you mutter on instinct. Rosie groans and pivots on the spot, halfway there already. Fine, I'll sit in the back with Cutie. Ellie blushes, already climbing in. You hop in the front seat, stretching your legs out in front of you. Behind you, Rosie climbs in awkwardly. Can you budge a bit? You pull the chair forward a bit, and she folds her scarecrow legs into the back footwell with good-natured protest. You glance in the mirror to see her arranging the snacks on the middle seat, carefully laying out different choices. Sandwiched between your legs is one of the bottles of Coke. You unscrew the cap carefully, and Caroline looks over at the hiss. I know, you respond before she can say anything. She smiles sternly and turns around to look behind. Everybody ready to go? Yes, Mom. Strapped in and all. Don't call me that, Caroline replies. She frowns at Rosie, then glances at Ellie, face transforming into a smile instead. Ellie tugs her seatbelt demonstratively. Satisfied, Caroline starts the car, and the four of you settle into your seats, ready for another few hours on the road. It doesn't take long for Rosie to fall asleep. Soon, the rhythmic sound of the road is added to by a faint snoring. Ellie holds back a laugh, trying not to wake her. 20 minutes? I think that's a record. Caroline looks across at you, one hand on the wheel and the other hand resting on her lap. How much did you smoke? Only a little bit, you reply. You kinda get it though. You're feeling drowsy as well. The vibrations of the road underneath you, the steady sound of the engine and the radio? I'm kinda sleepy too. Caroline frowns. Nuh-uh, person in the seat stays awake, otherwise I'll get drowsy too. You don't want that. You groan and shuffle around in your seat, trying to be comfortable but not too comfortable. Ellie leans forward between the seats, offering you a biscuit. And the best idea she's had today, you take two and... Hey, Ellie says after a minute. My Game Boy's out of charge. Can I'm using the sat-nav. Ellie pouts. Hasn't it got a battery? Fine, but only for half an hour. Lapis, you plug it in. Ellie grins and passes it over to you. You fumble with the wire for a moment. Why is it so long? Before switching out the cigarette socket for the Game Boy's charger. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah. Ellie grins and passes it over to you. You fumble with the wire for a moment. Why is it so long? Before switching out the cigarette socket for the Game Boy's charger. The light on the side turns orange. You rest it in your lap. After a moment, you unscrew the bottle of Coke for another sip. I'm bored now. Oh, for fuck's sake. You laugh and the Coke goes up your nose. Sputtering, you close the bottle and wipe your mouth. Don't get it on the seat! I'm not! It's in my nose. Ellie passes you a tissue while giggling. Thank you. Ellie and you both turn to look at Rosie, who shuffles around in her sleep, resting her head against the window frame. You turn back after a moment and look at Ellie. She looks cheerful, and her eyes meet you for a few seconds. Without saying anything, she reaches out and takes your hand. Her fingers always feel small. You wrap yours around them and feel her squeeze a little. It's kind of awkward holding hands while you sit in the front seat. But you do it anyway. Haircuts. The sun is low in the sky as you pull into the campsite. Caroline shields your eyes for a moment as the three of you look around. Rosie is still asleep, occasionally muttering to herself about dogs. It's really quiet. Yeah. I think I saw 2 other tents. Good, I like a quiet night. Behind you, Rosie stirs, wakes up, and yawns loudly. Welcome back. Ready to go? Huh? The 4 of you climb out, some with more difficulty, and stretch after the hours in the car. It's been a long day of driving. Caroline looks worn out. We'll need to book in, set up camp, and get food. The nearest shop is 20 minutes away. What? Why didn't we go there in the car? We didn't pass it, and I'm sick of driving. Ellie nods in understanding. Rosie takes a deep breath to try and clear the sleep fog. Fair, fair. Well, you can stretch your legs, huh? Fat chance you and Ellie can go. She turns to face you while speaking. Lapis, can you help me with the tent? Then I'm gonna go lie down. Caroline leans back into the car to get her handbag. Ellie and Rosie both start complaining at once. How come I have to go with my feet? I got a little condition. Caroline reemerges from the car holding a 20 euro note in the air. You can have 6 or 7 quid for booze. Just get something we can cook up for dinner and some apples or something for breakfast. The two of them start to glance at each other, suddenly silent. 20 minutes isn't that far. Rosie grabs the 20 from Caroline and stuffs it into her pocket without a word. Els, give me a minute to roll a cigarette and then we're off. Wait, that was... Els, give me a minute to roll a cigarette, then we're off. Caroline smiles, somewhere between sincere happiness and malice. Great. Shop's down the road to the left. Eventually. Maps in the car if you want it. Caroline heads over to the campsite office. It looks more than a hut with a door, a desk, and a computer, staffed by a bored-looking Australian man. The two of you bring the car over to the pitch, and Caroline spends a minute reversing the car back and forth so it's level for sleeping in. Tent's only big enough for 2. Or it will be once the 2 of you have it set up. You unload the car of all the necessary bits while Caroline kicks rocks and then Detroit's out of the grass pitch. Satisfied it's flat, you shake out the ground sheet and start erecting the tent. You settle into a familiar pattern, where Caroline tells you what to do almost to the point of micromanaging. You hold that bit. Okay, if you peg the ground sheet on that side, grab the pole. No, the other one. 10 minutes later, you're going around the perimeter of the tent with the mallet, finishing off all the pegs. Caroline has unfolded one of the camp chairs and is wearily sitting down. From somewhere hidden, she's retrieved a beer you didn't know she had. The wind has started to pick up a bit, and the tent is flapping, straining against the pegs you're loosely tapped in already. It's a race before they get yanked out of the ground. The fact that your hair keeps getting blown in your face. Every few hits of the mallet, you pause your head with increasing exasperation. You should cut your French. Her tone of voice irritates you. I'll try not to get angry. Controlling emotions. Like a good girl. You don't reply for a moment, hammering the peg in silence instead. After a few blows, the peg bends. You sigh in exasperation. Your hair blows in front of your face again. You bend a peg? Yeah, you reply. Caroline takes a sip of beer and lets out a sympathetic laugh. It's been a long day. I know I'm tired. Being passenger is tiring too. You murmur in agreement. Yeah, I'm tired. Fringe is annoying me. I've got scissors in my bag. I'll trim it for you later if you want. You glance up at it and blow a breath upwards. The hair bounces upwards and falls just as quickly back down in front of your eyes. Sure, that'd be nice. Rosie and Ellie come back with a haul of food for dinner. The two of them found vegetarian sausages in the shop, and Caroline fries them up on the camp stove with potato slices, garlic, and onions. Yum. And you carefully cut a section of cherry tomatoes in half, mixing them through with a bag of salad leaves. Ellie nibbles on some gherkins straight out of the jar, trying to save the rest for dinner. Rosie fetches the plates and cutlery from the car, lays them out on the blanket you're all sat on, and opens a bottle of cider with her teeth. Someday you're gonna break a tooth doing that. Hey, you didn't pack a bottle opener either. The garlic and onions are a little burnt. Some of the tomatoes could have been a bit fresher. But on the grass, underneath the setting sun, it's the nicest meal you've had in a long time. All fair is in love. After dinner, Caroline trims your fringe while Rosie and Ellie wash up the dishes. You try to gather up the hair and covertly chuck it into the hedge. It's biodegradable, right? You're sure it's fine. Caroline doesn't tell you off about it, so it's probably fine. When the girls come back from finishing up, Ellie compliments your fringe. I can see your eyebrows now, she says. When you frown, she blushes and says, That's a good thing. Rosie grins and gives her a friendly punch in the shoulder. What about my eyebrows, huh? They're nice too. Wrong! They're two little fat ginger caterpillars, and they're coming to get you! Rosie making a wiggling motion with her fingers and chases Ellie around the tent. Ellie plays along with the joke, but is, in reality, terrified of caterpillars. A couple of minutes later, the four of you are talking more seriously about bugs. I want to sleep in the car. Tents always have, like, bugs and stuff. Rosie serendipitously tickles the back of Ellie's neck with a bit of grass, and she shrieks. I didn't have it in me to shriek. You and Rosie fall into a laughing fit as Ellie pouts. Caroline ignores the two of you and continues the conversation. I don't want to spend another minute in the car until tomorrow. I'll sleep in the tent. Rosie wipes a tear from her eye and turns to face you, suddenly serious. We'll have to fight for it then. Which one are we fighting for? Kazar snores. Whoever I snore? You always kick me in the ribs when we... Rosie waves a hand at Caroline to quiet her. She glares in response. You think about your options. The sky's meant to be clear tonight. You could watch the stars through the car window. The tent is ostensibly a two-person tent, but it's slightly too small, and the ground isn't that soft. Alright, how are we settling this? Rosie grins and laughs in a sneaky way. You got two options. Either we rock, paper, scissors for it, or we arm wrestle. She rolls up her sleeve a little farther to demonstrate, flexing her scrawny stoner biceps at you. Arm wrestle. Rosie hesitates for a moment, still flexing. Alright, arm wrestle this. She fidgets and changes position to lean forward and rests her elbow on the ground. You follow suit, pushing your sleeves out of the way. I should warn you, I ain't going easy. I'm terrified. You respond and Rosie bares her teeth. She flexes her fingers and holds her hand out. Ellie, you be referee. No funny business from Lapis. From me? Just you wait. Ellie crouches down next to you as the two of you glare at each other. Rosie seems to be trying to intimidate you by frowning. As you glare it back, two fat little ginger caterpillars pop back into your head and you smirk. Okay, ready. The two of you clasp hands. Get set? Rosie starts pushing already. Hey, you little shit! All's fair in love and tense. Despite her early head start, Rosie struggles to push her hand down. Over a few seconds, you push back. Ellie cheers as you gradually pin her hand to the ground with ease. Lapis wins! Ah! Woo! Ah! So great. You raise your other hand in the air for victory, and Rosie groans. Guess I'll take the tent then. You lean back and massage your hand for a moment. You can have the car if you really want. Rosie shakes her head and lets herself flop down to the grass to lie down. Nah, it's cool. Me and Kazar can spend some quality time together. Caroline peers over the top of her butt cautiously. Remember, if I don't get a good night's sleep, I'll fall fast asleep at the wheel tomorrow and we'll crash and die. Hell yeah! She winks up at Carolina, who rolls her eyes. You turn to look at Ellie, who's fiddling with a handful of daisies. It's you and me, then. Ellie smiles at you and holds out her hands. Do you want a daisy chain? I'm nearly done. Sure. She finishes it in a few minutes later, and you wear it on top of your head for the rest of the evening. Estrogen gel! Oh my god, because it's like four characters, you can easily divide them up like personality-wise, like Ninja Turtles or something. Very cool. I also am loving the color coding for the names. Estrogen gel. The four of you take turns crossing the field to the tiny campsite bathroom. It's not much more than a toilet, stained sink, and shower cubicle with black something between every tile. You don't spend any longer in there than you have to, running through your nighttime routine with tired practice. Brush teeth, splash water on face, frown at the mirror whilst prodding at the stump of stubble inexplicably thicker than the rest, and rub estrogen gel on your legs. Because you've been in the car all day and not showered, the gel forms little clumps as it evaporates and peels the grime away from your thigh. Gross. You give it a moment to dry off, wash your hands, and then head back to the car. The sun's dripping below the tree line now, and aside from a bit of breeze, nothing's moving around the site. It's peaceful and quiet as you walk towards the car and tent. You hogging all the space? It's a two-person tent, not one person and a fucking ant. The line is in the middle here. Yeah, and I've got the bags and shit on my side. Rosie and Caroline's argument carries through the fabric of the tent, only slightly muffled. Gosh, it's interesting to think about using a form of HRT we've never used before, because we've done injections and we currently take pills sublingually, but we've never done estrogen gel. Really missed the ritual of the shots though. Can't wait to get back on shots. Are you gonna keep whining all night? What, you want me to just shut up and lie down, huh? That'd be nice. Yeah, you gonna make me? As you reach the car, Rosie's voice cuts out for a moment. Oh, I see. It's more like, are you gonna keep whining all night? What, you just want me to shut up and lie down, huh? That'd be nice. Yeah? You gonna make... As you reach the car, Rosie's voice cuts off for a moment. You can't help but smirk. This happens every time. You open the car door and Ellie looks up from her Game Boy. Bathroom's free, you say cheerfully, nodding your head towards the tent. The two of you share a knowing smirk, and Ellie folds the Game Boy shut and hops out of the car. You need to brush your teeth. Sorry. It's okay. You and Ellie snigger as she walks away to the bathroom. I like it when the girls get along. The relationship kind of reminds me of the Ikazen trio a little bit. I still haven't seen that anime. Gosh, I totally forgot it existed. Thanks for reminding me. It takes a couple of minutes to make the bathroom... It takes a couple of minutes to make the back of the car comfortable. The seats fold down, which is handy, but it's difficult arranging the blankets and pillows with little headroom to spare. You already knocked your head on the stupid coat hook thingy over the door. Who even uses them? Eventually you settle down and Ellie reappears fairly quickly. She carefully takes her shoes off before climbing in. The bathroom was icky. Yeah, you didn't waste any time. She nods and rummages in her pocket for a second. Can you hold these? She asks and passes you her own satchels of gel. Sure, you reply, and she smiles at you gratefully. You didn't do it in the bathroom? Icky, remember? she says, starting to wiggle out of her skirt, carefully keeping her head low. I thought about getting, like, dirt and spiders and stuff stuck to my legs. You can't help but laugh a little bit. She pouts in response and holds out her hand for the satchels when ready. The sachets. Sachets. That's what that word is. The sachets when ready. You pass them over and politely look away as she starts to apply it to her legs. You don't have to look away, you know. It feels kind of weird to watch. She shrugs and finishes in companionable silence. When done, she hunts around for a bottle of water. You lean over the passenger seat and grab one. Ellie smiles when you pass it to her. Carefully, she leans open the door and leans out to rinse her hands. As she does so, you hear the tent unzip and Rosie climb out of it. The two of you look up at her and she freezes momentarily. She's blushing. Hey. Hi, Rosie. Bathroom's free, if you want to brush your teeth. She turns away and coughs. Thanks. As she crosses the campsite, Ellie finishes up and climbs back into the car. She spends a minute getting comfortable under the blankets next to you before turning over to face you. Rosie is such a big brat. Gosh, it's so nice to see her put in her place in such a endearing and relatable way. Long time no chat. Hello, Fotsy. Wow, yeah, it's been a long time, I think. Well, welcome to my VTuber debut. How are you today? Gosh, it's a Tuesday. It's not like a weekend or anything. I'm like, what's my special occasion day? A holiday that half the people in the world are going to try to ignore, and the other half are going to be tearing their hair out too much to actually think about anything else. Maybe I'm hypervagilating? Maybe I'm being hyperbolic. There we go. I'm probably being a little bit hyperbolic. And who's to say someone isn't, like, making out with their partner while watching me right now? You go, Tiger. As she crosses the campsite, Ellie finishes up and climbs back into the car. She spends a minute getting comfortable under the blankets next to you before turning over to face you. Don't you think it's cute? How she's like, gets all soft when Caroline gives her any affection? Oh yeah. Her, like, whole dynamic changes. You prop yourself up on one elbow. She's not like that with you? No, she's all cool and bossy. Ellie blushes slightly now. Maybe you just need to boss her around. I don't think I have it in me. You reach out and ruffle her hair. She wiggles away in protest, but after a moment reaches out and takes your hand in hers. Your problem is that you're too cute to be bossy, you say. Seriously, I never know if I want to dress you up or eat you up. Ellie blushes hard and buries her face in the pillow. Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that. You laugh and lean across to kiss her neck. She lets out a breath and turns her head to face you. You kiss her again. On the lips this time. And she wiggles around to make it easier. After a moment, she pulls her hand to your chest and gently pushes you back. You withdraw and open your eyes again. Ellie bites her lip for a moment, staring up at you. You okay? Yeah. I mean, I'm not feeling up to it right now. That's okay. You gently stroke the side of her neck. She nuzzles her head into your hand. Cuddle, though. Wishes and blankets. Later, you gradually become aware of being awake. It's dark outside. Really dark. You haven't reached your proper destination yet, but it's still a far cry from the city the four of you live in. You take a deep breath and shift your body a fraction to gaze out the window. The stars only just illuminating everything in a muted gray. Ellie stirs, head on your chest, and mumbles something. After a quiet moment, you feel her wake up properly. She raises her head to look around sleepily. Sorry if I woke you. Yeah, I wasn't really sleeping. No? I ate had a lot of sugar today. You can't help but let out a snort of laughter. Ellie frowns up at you. Meanie. Sorry, I don't know, relax a bit. You stroke her hair a few times and she leans her head back on your chest with a sigh. A few minutes pass, or maybe an hour. It's dark and quiet and you can't really tell. The only sign of anything in counting each other's gentle breaths. Hey. What are you gonna wish for tomorrow? You glance down at her, but she's still leaning her head on your chest, kind of talking to the wall. You too, huh? Rosie asked me that yesterday. Oh. She wiggles a little to get comfy, wrapping her leg over one of yours. So, what did you say? You try to remember. Your brain kind of moves slow this time of night. I wish to be satisfied with my life. Ellie doesn't reply for a moment. You almost think she's fallen asleep again, but then she stirs. I don't know what I'm gonna wish for, she says quietly. There's so many things I want to change. Body, money, location, uni, family. But I couldn't have met you three if all of that was different. You pause for a moment before pulling her a little closer to you. You're sweet. You're right, too. But I don't think there's any harm in wishing for things to be better. We can hope for a bright future and still cherish things as they are now. The two of you are quiet for a moment. You get really thinky at night. I guess. It's nice. It's not that different. It's you, but more you. Thanks, I think. She wiggles around again and glances up at you for a moment before turning over and lying on her side away from you. Can you? You roll over as well and gently wrap your arms around her from behind, the ends of her hair tickling your nose. She sighs and nestles into the hollow left by your curled up legs. After a moment, she talks again, facing away from you now. It feels weird. I wish all this would go on forever. You and me and Rosie and Caroline. Car trips in this long summer. But also 4 things to change. How can I do both? She hesitates for a moment. Oh! You frown and she tilts an arm from under the blanket to point at the window. I saw a shooting star. I thought the shower was tomorrow. You stare out the window at the stars in the sky. After a moment, an answer comes to you. Maybe that one was special. The universe heard you, and that shooting star was your wish. And all this will go on forever. Wait, this game did have music? Wait, what? I feel bad for playing music while I have music. Gosh, I'll have to play it again at some point and like try to pick out the music. I was originally going to make this a longer game, twice as long, and the polycule reaches the dark sky park, the part of the meteor shower, and watched the meteor shower. But I got tired and realized not everything needs a neat, tidy ending. The protagonists keep going, and life keeps going. We can aspire to some grand final destination, or to something better over the horizon. But my day-to-day story doesn't have a neat plot arc or resolution. I'll wager neither does yours. I think that's why I enjoy slice-of-life media. One moment to enjoy without any grand plot arc or existential thread. One moment of life. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making. Wow. I want to say, even for people who may be put off on Valentine's Day for like not having a partner and stuff, that there's a lot of love in the world outside of romantic relationships, and a lot of good things to feel happy about, even if, for instance, you feel weird or not super great during these times, during this time of year, but at the same time you're also maybe ace or arrow, so like you don't necessarily have that like strong desire or any desire at all to like have a romantic or like physical companionship, but like there's so many different forms of love and stuff, and like self-love I think is important. And, like, love the community, I think, is really important, too. And although it was nice to be like, oh, wow, trans girl polycule, in the sense of, like, I guess, wish fulfillment? I guess? Seeing a bunch of trans people just living their life and being happy, even for a moment, without anything truly bad happening? I kind of needed that. I kind of really needed that. I kind of absolutely really fucking needed that. Not gonna lie. Ugh, gosh. Is it hot? Is it hot for you? It's kind of hot for me. Ugh. Well, what were you streaming, Fotzi? I hope you've been enjoying my reading, though I'll probably get into something a little bit more hands-on in a minute here. I need to check my itinerary. Oh, I will drop the link for this game in case anyone else wants to play it, because there were a few little options. And I don't know if you noticed, but there is a small sequel that I don't want to play right now. It's about telling a story while your girlfriends keep constantly interrupting. It's kind of cute. I haven't fully played it yet though. It's actually the game I found first. Wow, I need water. My throat is like Okay. Alright, itinerary. I think Sea of Stars was next. Yep. Sea of Stars demo. Whew. Now comes the Switch portion of stream. The next two games I play are gonna be on the Switch, which means I need to let's see. Let's get some music for the interim. Okay, this is the next game I'm playing from Itch.io. If we get to it. We might not get to it. I've already been streaming for 5.5 hours. Wow, look at me. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, I hear Sea of Stars, and it makes me think of stars and time, and the traumatic game of being stuck in a time loop and dying a lot. Ah, yeah! That game should be coming out this year. I think Dusk is pretty excited. It seems really fun. I mean, fun in a traumatic way, obviously. Oh wait, that takes a different controller. I hope this controller is charged. It didn't occur to us to charge the Switch controller, I guess. That's not doing what I want. How about this one? Oh, maybe I also need to get rid of the bigger bots. How are people doing tonight? One of the reasons that I wanted it to be later in the day, because like if someone has something to do today, I want them to be able to do it and not have to worry about, oh yeah, I'm missing the stream or whatever. And it's also nice to be like, oh, like someone's done with their day and they, cozy up to stream. And like, the possibility of someone wanting to talk about their day. I thought it would be good for like social cohesion or something. Oh, I see what my problem is. Well, I might be seeing what my problem is. I hope I don't have to switch. I don't have to switch. I hope I don't have to call off the Switch Pirate stream. I can even hear it. I don't get it. Let's look at the properties. No, it's the thing. I'll fool around with it for a little bit longer before I give up and skip 2 whole games. I see. It was the layers. It was the layers. Oh. Okay, wait. And if that's the case... rare. Well. That sucks. Well, everything comes with a sacrifice. I can't do zooms effectively. For reasons I won't get into because it's complicated to explain and I barely understand it. Okay, I can be louder. And want to pause that. And now I want to do controller stuff. I might be turning it down after this though. You're introducing your friends to worms. Gummy worms? The worm the dance? Parasites. I don't know which one. I'm doing better now. Having a good night. It's comforting, and your new model is adorable, big Fanta with big girl pants on, over the big girl protective undies. Meow. Thank you. I really like my model too. Meow. The game Worms. It's a game where you control worms that shoot guns and rocket launchers at people. That sounds sick. Is this controller really dead, or am I just incompetent? I think this controller's just dead. If I plug it into the wall, will it connect? Nope. That's okay. Hopefully it'll be okay with Joy-Cons. I'd love to play it with just one Joy-Con, but I don't think that's possible. Our Joy-Cons have drift. Go figure. Okay, yeah, that's pretty loud. That's pretty loud. There we go. See those stars? This demo is like very limited. Like it doesn't even really tell you what the story is about. So you don't really have to be worried about spoilers. Work in progress. The audio, visuals, difficulty, and gameplay mechanics presented here are subject to change. Now, traveler, let your adventure begin. Let the stars find you. Yes, audio settings. Not gonna lie, I was half expecting a CRT filter. Sea of Stars has two main characters. Select the one who will lead the party. This can be changed later and does not affect the story. Weird to have then. It's like, you know what? You just choose whichever one you want. They're both the main character and it doesn't affect the story at all. Maybe it'll affect the story in the main game. A monk born on the winter solstice walks the path of the guardian goddess Lunea. A blade dancer born on the summer solstice walks on the path of the guardian god Solon. I'm gonna go with Valerie. No way, that was awesome! Yeah, that was a ride. The Elder Mist wasn't kidding. So, the eclipse will be soon. But we're no closer to Wraith Island. I doubt we'll find a ship at this altitude. To ground level then? Only one way to go from here anyway. I almost got around though. Kamehameha! Or I guess it's more like a Masenko blast. Ouchies. Sick. So yeah, no separate battle screen. I think I am led to believe that the game will only have these three characters and won't have any other playable characters. Seems like a decent emphasis on puzzles. Now I think about it. Yet another RPG we're playing that doesn't have levels. Or at least not traditional levels. The demo doesn't go into, like, the skill advancement mechanics, unfortunately. A few adventures later, our heroes make it to ground level. In the port town of Bursk, a pirate crew promises to get them to Wraith Island in time for the eclipse. On one condition. Other worms, to be specific, you have explosive sheep bombs and holy hand grenade, choir, and all. Huh. Sounds interesting. It's not like you have other options. Still making a deal with pirates? They seem nice enough to me. Alright, here goes nothing. Well, look who it is. The deal stands. If you can beat Veltrid at arm wrestling, then we got an item that needs fetching. If you can't beat our man at arm wrestling, then we have an item that needs fetching. After which, Pirate's Honor, we'll take you all to Wraith Island. What'd you say? We accept. Everybody, arm wrestling battle! Woo! Meow. Beautiful. Veltrid, you're up. I'll do it. You guys are strong. It wouldn't be fair. Plus arm wrestling a real pirate? How cool is that? Fine, but go easy on the poor fella. You got it, Valerie. I'll be your challenger. Veltrid. Captain? Go all out. We can't leave without it. Aye, aye, Captain. Alright. Though, one of you look ready? On three. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, when he flets, he looks his best. Huh, 2 arm wrestlings in one stream. Nice. Ha ha ha! I'm sorry, did I miss the part where we agree? Sorry, pal. Captain's orders. Are you kidding? That was awesome! That'll be my best anecdote for sure. Show me again. You're lucky we didn't ask about specifics. Should have negotiated when you had the chance, son. This lesson's on the house. Haha, Veltrid truly is good at everything. You know it, pal. Now, since you lost the arm wrestling challenge, how about we discuss that little errand? Captain? North of Brisk is the abandoned lab of the arcane wizard who died long ago. It hasn't been open for centuries, but stories say it conceals a coin of undead accord. Why do you want it? It's a powerful token. An undead paid with it is compelled to do that one's bidding. I will use it to redact it for spoilers. Oh! Huzzah! Fine, how do we get in? Fear is what kept people away all this time. But you look like you can handle yourselves in battle, so it shouldn't be a problem. My crew won't fight, but they'll get you inside. Keenathan, a bit of your magic should do the trick. I shall open the way to the abandoned wizard lab, and my name is Keithantian. Ahoy, Captain! Ain't you coming with? I will stand here. and make preparations for our departure. Fetch the coin of undead accord, then meet me at the docks. Aye, aye, Captain. Yolandi, Valtrid, and Kinethan join the cargo. So yeah, they join the cargo. They're not part of the battle party. Port town of Brisk. Oh, bet. Damn, I can't steal anything. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, this is just how I sleep. Yo, even your cargo sleeps? Nice. I love it when people just hang out. Y'all ready to see me bust the place open? This place is unreal. I hope Malka is doing alright. Crisp air and a worthwhile quest are all I want in this life. And the next. Worry not, adventurers. The way to the abandoned wizard will open for you. Well, my name is not Keithanthian. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. I wonder how long ago this wizard left. Huh. I guess I have a lot of stuff in the cargo though. If 3 characters fit in one slot that a character would fit for our party, then that means we have 9 people traveling with us. The campfire feels cozy and warm. Cook? Oh, okay. Oh, right. Rest. Ew. Okay. A lot of the game is actually closed off. This demo does not fuck around. But it's straightforward. It basically lets you get a taste of the, like, the systems and, let you know how a dungeon and quests go, basically. Abandoned Wizard's Lab. I found the door, but it seems it'll only be able to lift a few inches. Valtrid? On your mark, pal. Commence! Ugh! Yondele! Hurry! No sweat, big guy. Demolition is my middle name. Do 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 do. Haha! That's what you get, yo, Rowan. That's one way to do it. A job well done, mateys. Better let the captain know our part of the mission was a success. Valerie's crew might need pointers in there. I'll remain with them for now. Sure can't hurt to have a mage around. Oh, well, I'll prove to be a valuable companion. My name is Non-Kithintian. Have it your way, then. Come in, Veltred. Aye, good luck in there. And away we go. My, what an improbable place. But look at this device. I wonder what it does. There's a lot to take in. Why don't you explore a bit? Explore as in started doing the dungeon immediately? Yes. Deflect. Love mini games. Puh. Hurl. You make me sick. Let's do this again. Healing light. Dead. The normal attack normally only hits one time, but if you press A at the exact time the enemy gets hit, then you will actually do a follow-up. And if you press A at the exact time you would get hit, you'll block and take less incoming damage. Teal Amber Staff. Sturdy and light. Handmade by the Molken Stonemasons. Wait, what does that say? Lunar Monk. Solar Blade Dancer. Warrior Cook. We partially think that there's not going to be any additional like permanent party members because of the fact that cooking is such a big part of the like systems for the game. Like having a cook on your party at all times seems like something the game is intending to have. There we go. I was being weird. I guess I just didn't step on it. Blue crystal. I love the way this dungeon is constructed. Instead of filling it with a bunch of corridors, the portals are the different rooms. It definitely has that magical air to it. Ah! Almost jumped off. Sun power! Ouchies. I'll wait till the fight. I could use an item to heal, but I feel like it would be a waste. And I don't know if it'll be like a difficulty thing later on in the main game, but if you have a character get knocked out, you don't need like a revival item. They just need to, you just need 2 turns to pass, or however many turns for however many stars is over their head. Ow. Solstice Strike! Still haven't healed my cook. Good thing comes to those who wait. Maybe. I mean, not all the time, but sometimes. Huh? Why is there an enemy just sitting there on that, thingy? Ah. I see now. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Alright. Gosh, this is about to be annoying. I was really worried about keeping it up long enough to actually get through the types of attacks that I needed to do. This she could do. Full drop. Oh no! Whew, I'm glad there are healing skills all around. Fuck me in particular, though. No, more bubbles. Wow. Yo! I was really worried about that one there for a second. More physical defense. More hit points. Let's go for more physical attack. I like this level up screen. Ooh, special door. Adds a little bit of the Mario and Luigi RPGs for good measure. I thought there were mini games in the Mario Luigi games for every attack you did. I guess that technically would be true here, though I guess I wouldn't call it a mini game. Like, contextual button presses? There we go. So not only has Drizzle, like, just literally done this demo already, we've also seen this demo done by the developers last year. That's technically how old this demo is. And one of those saves was supposed to be snacks. Drizzle asked her to play it because she wanted her opinion on it. One silver blade. Hello? I gotta finish the demo, only got to the start of the tower. Oh, I messed up. You have to do it in a certain order. I didn't realize that. Bubble drop is so treacherous. Blocked it, still died. Light through yonder window breaks! Okay, you don't have to do it in a certain order necessarily. Double kill! Slayer. Oh, I have to fight them before I can press the other button. I was trying to cheese it. Actually, this battle system has a little bit in common with Chained Echoes now that I think about it. I mean, I guess also we've been playing a lot of RPGs lately, so now we're kind of noticing a lot of things in common with them. Last mushroom soup. Come here. Oh! Oh, I actually get to do damage if I do that. Cool. No detonation for you. Yo! I don't think we got hit at all that time. Nice. Found a red crystal. Haha, I got an attack off. Starting to get better at the button presses. Well, I'm not gonna be able to do any of those. Oh. Good point. MP. My favorite bubble drop. Oh no! I was lying, it's not my favorite! It's not! Heal! Well, fuck me! I mean, I like a little bit of struggle, but this is ridiculous. And I can't do much about the commands they're showing me because it needs my dead character to be alive. God, I can't wait till she wakes up. Can't do that one either because the other character is now dead. Boost! Got the scroll of Bash Drop. Teaches combo attack Bastrop. Just slide on over. Wow, this is a big slide on over. Considering the state of my party, I think it would be advantageous to camp. I promise I'm not some dirty, rotten camper, though. I wonder how long this wizard has lived. This place is unreal. I hope Malika is doing alright. Really good camping. Want me to read you a story? I only have one so far, but it's kind of spooky. Let's hear it. Of all the recorded hexes and acts of bewitchment, few are as dreadful as the curse of the Vespertine. This story takes us back centuries, where a certain band of pirates ruled the sea. Stormcaller was the name of their captain. He was the most powerful wind mage the world had ever known. And their navigator, Hortense, remains to this day the shrewdest mariner on record. Combining Hortense's skills and Stormcaller's magic, some say their ship was faster than light itself. The crew went on many adventures and accumulated countless riches until, one day, the inevitable happened. Hortense, whose first love was music, announces she was ready to quit the pirate life. Ever a firm believer that the real treasure is the treasure one finds along the way, Stormcaller took her resignation harshly. Utterly insulted, he stopped conjuring wind for the sails and locked the ship right in the middle of the ocean. "And we shall remain here," he said, "till our navigator gets the silly idea out of her head." But Hortense had already made her final decision. Days went by, the both of them sulking while their crew begged for some resolution. First they ran out of patience, then out of food, and eventually out of drinkable water. Then one day after sunset, the pirates, driven mad by hunger and thirst, mutinied and made their captain walk the plank. As he sank into the abyss, Stormcaller cursed his crew by conjuring an eternal prison. In the Sea of the Nightmare, he would channel a deadly storm for them to endure evermore. Over centuries, the crew members lost their minds to the ghastly place, until only Hortense remained. To this day, the battle goes on in the Sea of Nightmare, Stormcaller's hatred pitted against the navigator's sheer will. Some say Stormcaller's fury will one day sink the ship, while others believe he will eventually bow the indomitable Hortense. Legend has it, she gets a short break once a day, but for a few seconds, at the precise time the curse was first conjured. Countless sailors and fishermen have since reported sightings of the legendary ghost pirate ship that appears at dusk. They call it the Vespertine. While some have half a mind to climb aboard and search for treasure, most avoid sailing at dusk for fear of being sucked into the Sea of Nightmare. The end. The campfire feels cozy and warm. That look like some good jam. You can only keep 10 snacks at a time, which is very interesting. I like the limit that it puts on you, though. Pirate's Honor. I think that was the first time we made a call beyond in our pants. So my diaper's doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. Or checking? It is weird to be like, thanks for checking my pants. What does that do? That apparently. Hey! Hey, right here in the well! I lost my watch in a lake and a fish swallowed it. Would you mind catching it for me? It ought to be glowing. You caught a Leonard Trout. I caught that last fish while trying to unhook it. Even though I'm not hooking a fish, this is literally a watch. You caught a golden watch. Slippery bugger. Did you find my watch? That's the one. Thank you very much, my friend. Here's a little something for your trouble. Found Mage Knight armor. A ceremonial robe with magical properties. I guess that one was just an extra place. Time for the final dimension. Huh? Hello? Anybody out there? Be careful, girl. We don't know what to expect here. I found something. What is it? Maybe the coin is in there? Wait! Feels powerful. Get ready. Gosh, this boss is so pretty. Berry jam. Uh-oh. Oh, you summoned a little thingy. Whoa, and you changed form. Oh. Shit. Good thing I have jam. Finally, I can nourish you. Ha! Arcane Singularity? Hecky! Mushroom soup! Heal! Berry jam! Alright. Oh no! It's gonna explode on one of our faces now. Solar rain! That was pretty awesome. Ouchies. Haven't dropped the ball yet. Oh no! Moonerang! Wow, we got but just the right time for a combo! Heck. That's it for now. Thanks for playing. We hope you enjoyed this little short slice, but that we put together, and they gave you a proper taste of the full game. Feel free to replay as much as you like, and you should be up for the challenge. Rumor has it that a certain relic can be purchased at the hidden market somewhere in Brisk. Whew, that was neat. Hubba. Ooh, what time is it for me right now? 12:44. I forgot to take my estrogen. Ooh, excuse me. Let's look at itinerary. Okay, did see a stars. So the question is the order in which I should continue to do things. Because the next thing I'm supposed to do is play Liar Princess and Blind Prince, which I'm kind of set up to do, but I definitely think I need a rest break, at the very least. So I'll take a short break, come back and either play that or play Heaven Will Be Mine, so that I can rest my wrist by reading. Round. Okay. We are going to take a break and we will be back. If you are not here when we return, we hope you have a good night.